Chapter X, The Passing of the Crown and the Unholy Alliance. The mountain pass fell dead silent, save for the bitter wind howling through the shattered ruins of the bridge. On the rear cybernetic steed, Alex Valle lay broken and bleeding. His moss-golden core had burned out to a faint, stuttering ember. He was conscious, but his body was completely shattered. Every bone ached, every breath felt like inhaling crushed glass, and he knew his days of standing on the front line were over. "Get closer," Valle whispered, his voice cracking. "All of you, get closer." Instantly, the battered SoCal generals limped forward through the mud. Mr. Power, Deathwish, Duck Dew, Clockwork, and the rest of the surviving elite gathered around, dropping to their knees in the dirt at his feet. They looked up at their fallen king with shock and disbelief. Valle let out a slow, painful breath, his eyes heavy with exhaustion. "I'm too hurt," Valle murmured, resting his head back against the harness. "I'm still breathing, but my fighting days are done. I can only teach from afar now. I have to retire." A heavy wave of dread washed over the SoCal commanders. Mr. Power clenched his fists in frustration, while Deathwish bowed his head. "If you're stepping down, Valle, who leads us?" Deathwish asked, his voice strained. "Who takes the throne?" Valle's gaze shifted past them, locking directly onto Duck Dew. "You," Valle said firmly, reaching out a trembling, bloodied hand to grasp Duck Dew's shoulder. "Duck, I need you to take my place. I need you to lead the army, rebuild our forces, and take the throne." Duck Dew stared at him, wide-eyed. "Valle, listen to me," Valle interrupted, coughing slightly as a streak of blood ran down his chin. "Look out at the ridge. Look at Justin Wong and that East Coast syndicate. We cannot beat them divided, and we cannot beat them alone. We have to do the unthinkable." Valle gripped Duke's shoulder tighter, his eyes burning with absolute urgency. "We have to team up with NorCal." A collective gasp echoed among the SoCal generals. Mr. Power flinched, and Clockwork shook his head in absolute disgust. Team up with the very people they had just slaughtered each other against? "Valle, are you out of your mind?" Mr. Power hissed, his voice rising. "We just spent the morning trying to cave their skulls in. They hate us. We hate them. They hate Wong more." Valle cut him off, his voice hard as iron. "Listen to me. We've never fought Justin Wong at full power. We've never seen what that syndicate can really do when they're fresh and we're broken to pieces. If NorCal and SoCal stay enemies, Wong is going to execute every single one of us and burn California to the ground." Valle looked around at his generals, locking eyes with every single one of them. "Heal yourselves as fast as you can," Valle commanded, his final orders as king carrying the weight of a dying empire. "And then, you go down into that trench and you make a deal with NorCal. Force them to realize it, convince them, drag them into it if you have to, whatever it takes. We need their survivors, and they need our strength. We join forces with our worst enemies, or we die in the dirt." Valle leaned his head back against the pulley steed, closing his eyes as his remaining strength faded away. "The throne is yours, Duck Dew," Valle whispered into the wind. "Save SoCal."